Well, hello, Mallards. It is Thursday, and my trip to urgent care has evolved into a trip to the ER. Fun for everybody. I went to urgent care, and the guy was kind of like, hey, this unilateral swelling and like what you're describing maybe is a blood clot, especially because you're on birth control and you did a lot of driving, and also you're kind of an overweight girl. And he was like, you should probably go to the ER and get an ultrasound. So I went to the ER, and they were like, we think maybe that's right. So now I'm just sitting here in the ER. They took blood. My blood pressure is being taken constantly. I don't know, this thing goes off like every 5 minutes or whatever. And they're ordering an ultrasound for my leg and some sort of scan for my chest too. My phone's probably gonna die before. I should have brought a book. Kat gave me a whole bunch of books, and I didn't bring a single book with me. That really was my downside. Yes, I know, feet content for free. But you can indeed tell that this leg is much more swollen, my left leg, than my right leg. There's just like a little bit of a difference between them. Anyway, turns out that difference might be a blood clot, so fun for everyone. Good news is stuff like that's like pretty easily treated with like a blood thinner, and you know, it'll probably be fine. But it does mean that I'm gonna be sitting in this hospital room for a few hours with no pants on. So I'm enjoying that. Yes, I've taken my glasses off because I'm gonna maybe try and sleep. But we are currently taking bets. Which do you think will happen first? My phone, which is currently at 41%, will die, or they will arrive to give me an ultrasound. Cast your bets now down in the comments before you watch anymore and find out what's correct. I will say that I'm not going to be recording constant video on my phone, and I'm going to try and nap instead of playing games or texting with people or whatever. So I'm like trying to conserve phone battery, but I still think it's an either or bet. So cast your votes. Update, my hemoglobin is low, like pretty low. I don't have enough blood, which I could have told you. I'm on my period. I just like, and maybe that's been happening my whole life and I just never noticed because, you know, that's just the way that my life is. But probably my hemoglobin gets low every time, and not everybody else is as tired as I am when they're on their period. I got an IV. The nurse who did it, the nurse practitioner, this was her first time doing an IV. She did a great job. Didn't hurt at all. And then they like flush, and then you can like taste it in your mouth. And that, wild that they put something in my arm here and I can like taste it. It's weird. It's weird. Yeah, so now I'm like hooked up to monitors, and they're gonna put some sort of contrast before they scan my chest. So fun for everyone. I'll keep you updated. Wow, what an exciting vlog today is turning out to be. Well, I had a CT scan. They like put contrast in, and that was a weird experience. She was like, you're gonna feel warm, like you're peeing your pants. And she was right. It felt that way. Like I'm not, but it felt like it both times she injected the contrast. And that is a wild, like, I don't know. The body's insane. It also gives you a taste in your mouth. And the fact that you can put something in my vein right there and it makes my mouth taste funny is just kind of insane to me. Anyway, they like rolled me to the CT scan. So I just like sat in this bed and they took me. I expected that I'd have to walk, and I did not. That was also kind of crazy. I don't know. I'm living that hospital life today, I guess. But for those of you keeping track, I got the CT scan before my phone died. We'll see if that continues, because I think I'm still getting an ultrasound on my leg. I don't know, actually. But it'll be like 30 or 45 minutes before they come back with the results. So I'm just gonna wait for that. Maybe I'll turn on the television. I haven't turned on a television in forever. That could be fun. Next update, after telling me they were concerned about the amount of blood in my body not being enough blood in my body, they have again taken 2 more vials of my blood. I'm not complaining. Like, I think I'm fine, but it is pretty funny to me that they like took 3 vials and then tested my blood and were like, oh no, we're worried that you don't have enough blood. And then they were like, we need 2 more vials of blood. Update time. They might be transferring me to the hospital in Rock Island so that they can like do more heart stuff and maybe use a catheter to pull blood clots out of my lungs. We'll see. Still not freaking out. And I did find a phone charger. So I've got that going for me. I think I'm gonna try and take a little nap while I wait for them to come back, because I found that if I try and fall asleep, they return faster. It's a foolproof strategy. Sort of like going to the bathroom when you're waiting on your tour at Universal to arrive. Here's the deal. You're crying at me, and I don't know why, and I don't know how to fix it, and it's not a big enough cry that anyone is coming in to be bothered by it. So could you stop crying? Because I'm fine. Stop. Stop. This thing. I am getting a blood transfusion. It's happening right now. The thing that has been the most interesting to me is how dark the blood is. Like, can you see how dark this is? Warning for blood, I guess, if you're squeamish. But like, especially like where it is, like in the edge of that thing there, right? Like, you see how dark that is? So every single time that we've like done blood in theater or whatever, and we've like used red paint to like put inside of a glass so that it looks like blood, and people have been like, oh, that doesn't look like blood because it's too dark and too viscous. They're wrong. This looks like paint. And they're literally putting it into my veins, so it's probably not paint. So it turns out that blood can look like that. And so anytime anybody in theater is like, I don't know if you should use paint, I'm gonna remember this moment. I'm gonna be like, actually, paint's pretty accurate. Anyway, I'm getting 1 unit of blood transfused, and then I'm gonna get a whole nother unit of blood transfused, and supposedly that's gonna make me feel great. We'll see how that goes. The update is that I have now had 2 units of transfusion. They've removed my IV. My father is here to drive me to another hospital where I'm gonna spend the night and then probably see a cardiologist tomorrow, which, as Dad pointed out, means I'm gonna spend Valentine's Day with a heart doctor. How romantic. Living the dream. Don't you wish you were here? Don't. It's not great. I don't wish you were here. I hope you don't wish that. I should have done this before I asked them to turn out the lights, but it's too late now. I've moved to another hospital. I finished getting admitted. I'm gonna see a cardiologist probably tomorrow. Although I don't know, maybe something will happen today. But I've been told that I can like drift off and they'll wake me up when they need me. So I'm maybe gonna try and get some sleep. So I'll edit this video and then you can join me back here at the hospital tomorrow. I'll see you then.